And here we are. Yeah. So let's start with Iman. يلا يا Iman.
Do I read?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Social media conversations today are filled with haha, lol, or other exclamations that are meant to represent laughter. This shorthand has become second nature and is often used when the sender is not even smiling, much less laughing in real life. According to Robin Dunbar, an evolutionary psychologist at Oxford, the actual physical act of laughter, and not the abstract idea of something being funny, is what makes laughing feel so good.
Yeah. Can you please summarize very quickly what you have
Now
just read?
Okay, so basically, all in the entire social media conversations are now filled with letters like of laughter, like haha and lol, which people use, but they might not actually be laughing in real life, much less smiling. So it doesn't really represent what they're feeling.
Very
So
good.
like you can't really feel it.
According to Robin Dumber, okay, what
Yeah.
makes laughing feel really good?
It's not the abstract idea of something being funny. It's like when you actually feel the happiness.
Okay,
Like
so
something being happiness and feeling actually happy.
okay, so the actual physical act of laughter is what makes laughing feel so good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when do we feel really good about laughing? Is it when we hear something funny?
No, when something physical happens,
Okay, when
like a
something physical
physical.
happens and when we really laugh physically, right? When we laugh physically, this is when we feel that laughing is really good, right?
Yes.
So according to Dumber, with respect to Dumber, referring to Dumber, do you think that he prefers the abstract idea of being funny or the actual physical act of laughter? Yeah, Iman.
The actual physical act of laughter.
Okay, thank you يا إيمان. Let me move to okay ألا يلا يا ألا تفضلي.
Since the inception of social networking, the quality of conversations has dropped. I believe that people are spending so much time online that they don't always understand the feeling, emotion, and or character of the person they're talking to. When you talk to someone through a message or even a voice, you can't always fully understand them.
Yeah, very quickly please explain.
So it's something about like people can't understand really each other when they're using text messages because it lacks the real emotion, so they can't feel the like the real feeling the other person is having.
Okay, so is social networking really beneficial for people regarding the communication or the speaking skills?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so what do we need to have? What do we need to do if we want to develop or if we want to improve our speaking skills as a human beings?
Like use more face-to-face conversations.
Bravo. We need to use more face-to-face conversations because online communication and online conversations have actually dropped the quality of or the our speaking skills, the improvement of our speaking skills. Very good. طيب يلا let's move and now let me يلا يا ديما تفضلي. نعم a new paragraph صبايا ديما will read till
Yes.
them. يلا يا ديما تفضلي go ahead.
When I see my friends on their phones and I am around them, I feel disconnected even though we are only 2 feet apart. Unfortunately, sometimes friends use their phones so much that it's difficult to have an actual conversation with them.
Stop, يا ديما.
Sometimes friends,
Stop, Dima. Okay, so what's happening among friends? What's something wrong that friends are doing nowadays?
yes, the writer is saying that even when he's with his friends, he feels disconnected because each one is on their smartphone and they don't feel the actual connection between their
Okay, so
between his friends.
even when we are meeting with our friends, even when we are sitting with our friends, what are we doing, dear?
We're feeling disconnected
Why?
because everyone is disconnected from the other, and no one is hanging out with the other, and you feel
No,
disconnected.
Dima, even when we are with others, even when we hang out with our friends, even if we are together, we feel disconnected. What's the cause? Why do we feel connected or disconnected even though we are with our friends? What's the cause? What did the writer say? Sabaya, if you have an
Because
answer, please write it in the chat box. تفضلي.
because they're using it more than expected.
They are using, okay, do you think the teenagers are actually using social networking while they are even together?
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes you might see a group of teenagers who actually hang out with each other, but they are actually having online communication or they are actually communicating with others using online social networking, right?
Yes.
That's why they might feel disconnected. Am I true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. يلا يا Batul, go ahead. Sometimes. Batul, are you with us?
We
طيب.
don't have Batul teach me.
Okay, thank you. يلا يا لمار.
Yes.
تفضلي.
When I see my friends on their phones.
No, sometimes.
Okay. Sometimes friends can get so socially attached to something such as a blog or gaming console that they lose touch with friends, creating small gaps and holes in close friendships or relationships.
So, what might create small gaps and holes in friendships or in relationships? Yeah, Lamar. What's happening among friends nowadays?
Can you repeat the question? I couldn't hear you.
Yes. What might create small gaps and holes in close friendships and relationships nowadays?
Because friends are getting distracted by like social media and gaming consoles, so they don't
So,
spend enough time with their friends.
so friends are actually sometimes friends can get socially attached to something. Okay, they are usually, so friends today are usually attached to what?
Gaming consoles or such
Gaming
like a
console
blog.
or a blog. So when they get attached to a blog or to a gaming console, what do they lose?
They lose their friendships.
Bravo, they might lose touch with their friends, thus creating small gaps and
Yes.
holes in their friendships and in their relationships. Type, I have a question for you. What we have here this word gaming console. What's a console? What does it mean here?
Is it like a cabinet?
It is a cabinet, but it doesn't mean here. Yeah, it doesn't mean here cabinet.
Yes.
It has another meaning. What's a gaming console, ya Sabaya? Who knows?
It's like
تفضل يا لمار.
a PlayStation, for example.
Yes, yes. It is what we use actually to play a PlayStation game or anything. Okay, so a console is what we use in order to play a game in a PlayStation. Thank you يا لمار ويلا يا عائشة قدورة. Are you with us يا عائشة قدورة? عائشة, are you with us? عائشة is not with us. يلا يا ليان تفضلي. So what's happening now?
Yes.
Yeah, the new socially active era.
The new socially active era causes laziness because instead of running to your friends, you can message them.
Stop. What's the meaning of era?
Time span.
Yes, the time, our time nowadays. What's happening nowadays?
Instead of running to your friends, you can message them. It's on
Okay,
the
instead of running to your friends, you can just manage them. Instead of hanging out with your friends, you can just message them or text them. So what might this cause, Layan?
laziness.
This might cause laziness. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, complete reading the paragraph and let's find out how family members actually behave while they are in the same house.
Or instead of walking upstairs to notify the family of dinner, I can blog it. Social networking makes life so convenient that it creates laziness.
So social networking is really good. It makes life convenient, but at the same time, what does it lead to? What does it
Laziness.
create? It creates laziness. Does it happen with you, Yalayan?
Not really. I don't have a phone anyway.
You don't have a phone. Okay, so according to Liliana, where are you? ليليانا طيب فرح مرعي يلا يا فرح.
Yes.
Does this really happen to you? Does social networking cause you laziness?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. What happens? Can you tell us about your experience?
Yeah, like when I spent so much time on social media, like I would forget like to spend time at least with my family.
You might forget to spend time with your family. Is this something good or bad?
No, it's bad.
It's bad. So, okay, do you regret it?
Yes, of course.
You do. Okay, thank you يا فرح. Let me move to يلا يا هدى شعيب. تفضلي. هدى. هدى. Okay, I think Huda is she's here but she's not responding. يلا يا نغم ريد. نغم العاصي.
Yes,
تفضل.
yes. We tell ourselves lies about ourselves and develop something we are not. We are not. We post pictures of us looking perfect and share the good news.
Okay, wait, Nagam.
Um,
Wait.
yeah.
What do we usually do as human beings, as people? What do we usually do through social media? What do we post?
we always share the best part of our life, so we look so perfect. And
Bravo. We share the good news. We share the good part of our life. We lie to ourselves. Now, what do we do? Do we share the bad news?
no. And
Okay.
when we see others doing that, we think that we are, no, we are, our life isn't good.
Okay. Thank you يا نغم. يلا يا ليليانا. We never. ليليانا.
Yes,
تفضلي.
we never post pictures of ourselves when our dog dies, when someone we love leaves, and when we lose a job. We never share the bad news that always clouds our lives. We
Stop. Stop.
huh?
So what is the writer telling us here?
Okay. He's saying we create fake versions of ourselves online, and we only post the good stuff, like success or vacations and stuff, and we hide the bad stuff, like failure or sadness.
Stop. Why do we usually share our good news, and why do we usually look for perfection through social media, and at the same time we don't share the bad news? For example, when a dog dies, or when someone we love leaves, or when we lose a job, we do not share such information. Why? Why, Liliana? What's the reason?
Okay, you want me to explain why do we share our good news or the bad news?
Both. Why do we share our good news? Why don't we share our bad ones?
Okay. The bad stuff, in order not to feel judged, like to lose a job or a personal struggle, can make us feel vulnerable. We worry that people won't like or support us, or worse,
Okay.
they will judge us negatively.
Do you think that we share the good news because we need to look perfect in someone's eyes or in people's eyes?
Yeah, we want to convince our followers or like sometimes ourselves that
Miss
our lives
Amira?
Wait, Layan. Yes, ya Liliana.
are better than they might actually be.
We want to convince others, to persuade others that we're living a perfect life. We're having a good job. We're not facing any problems. We have no obstacles. We have no challenges. We want to convince others that we're living the best life. But do you think, Liliana, that all people, we are all living a perfect life?
No, we're not. We're
No,
just
because
posting
every
the
one
good
of
stuff.
us is facing a problem, right? We have problems in
Yeah.
our lives. We are human beings at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Liliana. Layan, what do you
You're
need? What do you want?
Miss Amira, Aisha's trying to get in, but she wants you to get her in the meeting. She's
There's no
waiting
one
for
in the
you.
waiting room. I think her Wi-Fi connection is really bad. That's why
Okay, thank
she
you.
cannot appear on my screen, okay? She doesn't appear on my
Okay.
screen. So when she appears, of course, I will admit her. Don't worry, Layan. Okay, dear? طيب, let
Okay.
me move to Aisha. Aisha Adura, are you with us? Aisha Adura? طيب, Ragad Adura, go ahead.
Yes,
اتفضلي. We all
we
develop.
develop this perfect image for ourselves, and some of us actually try to rely on this imaginative thought we have of ourselves instead of staying true to who we are.
So what does the writer mean here? What do we usually depend on? We always deceive ourselves, right? We always lie to ourselves. So can you explain please what you have just read, يا رغد?
Yes,
Go ahead.
okay. So we post these perfect images in order to keep this imaginative picture to show people that we are perfect, we have no problems.
Do we live with this imaginative thought? Do we depend on this imaginative thought to live our lives?
Yes, we try to do that.
We try to do that. طب why do we live our life depending on this imaginative thought instead of living our life as really it is? Or as it really is? What do you think, يا رغد قدورة? Shall I repeat my question?
Can I answer?
Like in order to forget all the problems we have, in order
So are we running
forget
away from our problems? This is what you wanted to say?
yes, maybe.
Well, we try to run away from our problems. We try to escape our problems by actually portraying a perfect life for ourselves on social media. Am I true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much يا رغد. طيب, let me move to لين السبايون.
Yes.
يلا يا لين. طيب, لين again. رغد الدورة read this part of the paragraph. The part that Ragad has just read. Can you please just comment again on this part? You know, we live our lives depending on this imaginative thought, and we try to deceive ourselves. We try to lie to ourselves. What imaginative thought is the writer talking about here?
Yes, it's like when you post on social media, you try to create this perfect image of yourself that you're really happy, your life isn't miserable, but you're really like living an imaginative life because you're going through many problems that you're not really facing.
Okay, so as I said before, we try to escape from our problems by portraying such an imaginative thought and such a perfect life on social media, right?
Yes.
طب, shall we, okay, believe everything we see on social media?
No,
No, why?
because it's unrealistic.
Unrealistic. Bravo. Thank you. طيب, يلا يا ليلى الدنان. Where are you?
Yes.
تفضلي. Read paragraph 11. We still have paragraphs 12 and 13 يا صبايا, and we will start answering the questions. يلا يا ليلى.
Yeah. Paragraph 11, right?
Yes, please.
Texting, Facebook, Twitter, and Gmail alienate us from our families more than we actually think it does.
Stop.
When my family is
Stop.
yeah.
So we have a vocabulary word here, alienate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what does it mean? So I know that you forgot the meaning because we took the vocabulary 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, but I want you to read the sentence, to reread the sentence and try to find out the meaning of the vocabulary word alienate depending on the contextual clues.
It's like isolate us from our families.
Bravo. Isolate us. Very good. To isolate. Bravo يا رغد. Bravo يا ليلى. تفضلي يا ليلى. Complete reading. When my family.
When my family is spending family time together and watching a movie, in reality, my brother and I are on our phones rather than actually watching the movie with our parents.
Okay, so what's happening here يا ليان? Or يا ليلى, sorry. What's happening?
They are actually being isolated from their family because when they actually spend time together, they are on their phones minding their business.
Okay, so is this good? Is this really good?
No.
No, it is not. Okay, and now let me choose. يلا يا Mira Slim. Where are you يا Mira? Mira. Can you please unmute your mic? طيب رغد الشعار. رغد
Yes,
اتفضلي يا
I'm
رغد.
Samira.
يلا read paragraph 12 please.
Okay. When I have my phone out, it makes me feel like nothing else is going on around me. I use social
wait
media
يا
as a
رغد.
way
So
of
when I
feeling
have my
popular.
phone, رغد, when I have my phone out, it makes me feel like nothing else is going on around me. What does that mean يا رغد?
One second.
Yes, take your time, dear. Yeah. When I have my phone, having my phone will lead to what?
Uh,
Yes, having my phone will lead to what? Will let me what?
be addicted to phone, like I will
Yeah.
not I will
Yes.
be isolated of the
Oh, bravo. I
uh,
won't be able,
world
I
and
won't, yes, I won't be able to actually pay attention to things running around me or things happening around me, right, يا رغد?
yes.
Yes? Okay. طيب. Thank you يا رغد. Let me move to لارا. تفضلي. I use. لارا.
Yes.
يلا تفضلي.
If okay.
I use. Hurry up. يلا.
I use social media as a way to feel popular, important, and also just to fit in. My friends and I always compare ourselves to each other's, wondering how has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers.
Who has?
Has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers.
Okay, stop,
But what
stop.
really
I
ends
have
up
a question here. Wait. So, why does the writer use social media?
just to fit in.
He wants or she wants to fit in, and he or she wants to be popular and important. But I have another question for you. So, instead, I'm talking about the friends, the writer and his or her friends. Instead of competing or comparing each other, for example, regarding who is the best speaker, who is the best worker, who works hard, who achieves good things. So, how do the writer and his friends or her friends compare each other? What do they depend on when they compare each other?
They depend on the Facebook friends or Twitter followers and the
So when they compare each other depending on how many? What?
followers or friends.
Depending on how many Facebook friends or Twitter followers they have. Is this something really good?
No, it's a bad thing.
No, it's something bad. طيب, thank you يا Lara. يلا يا ريماس. Please complete. But what really ends up happening?
Yes, but what
اتفضلي.
really ends up happening is I began to talk less and end up relying on text for a conversation. Ever since I got a smartphone, I have been distracted from everything.
So what's happening here? What does the writer tell us?
Yeah, the writer first used like the smartphones and social media to satisfy his desires to feel popular and important.
Yes.
But what's really happening is that his speaking skills and communication skills in real life began to corrupt and became over-dependent on like texts for real conversations.
And what is the most important effect we have in this paragraph?
He was highly distracted from reality.
Bravo. He or she has been distracted from everything. The last paragraph, ya Sabaya, and we will start our comprehension questions. طيب. Let me move to, let's see, who's going to read. يلا يا نور السعودي. نور. Okay, I don't think Noor is here. يلا يا دلع.
Okay.
Yeah.
The disadvantages of social networking and social media will continue to be studied for decades to come.
Stop.
In the
Stop.
meantime,
So scientists nowadays are doing what?
a study on spending time on social media.
So scientists are actually studying social media, and the disadvantages of social networking are going to be studied, or actually, or will continue to be studied for decades to come. What does that mean? Will scientists stop studying the disadvantages of social networking, يا دلع?
No, because it is growing more and more.
Bravo! The advantages of social networking are actually growing more and more, and that's why scientists have to complete studying these disadvantages in order to prevent teenagers from being distracted more and more. Thank you, Yadala. Let me move to يلا يا رغد، لا يلا يا رهف الصباغ. In the meantime اتفضلي رهف الصباغ. طيب سنة
Yeah, I can
سنة
hear you.
اتفضلي.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
meantime we already know.
In the meantime, we already know its significant source of concern among privacy
Advocates.
I'm not saying advocates, as well as parents who worry about their children's safety. But clearly, the disadvantage of social networking go much deeper than privacy and safety. Those high school students describe some of the serious drawbacks to relationships, the foundation of human development.
Okay, what's happening to these students? What's happening to their relationships? What's happening to the foundation of human development? So the relationships, human relationships are the foundation of human development. What's happening to these relationships, yeah, Sana?
Like, they're destroyed.
They are
Because, like,
destroyed. Very good. So human relationships, which are the foundation of human development, are being destroyed by what? What's the main reason for that?
social networking.
Okay, social networking is actually distracting and destroying our social relationships. That's why we have to be careful, and that's why we have to work hard to overcome such a problem. طيب يا صبايا, prepare your copybooks and let's answer 2 to 3 questions because we have less than 10 minutes. Actually, we have 9 minutes. Yalla. Okay, here paragraph 4. Yalla, paragraph 6. Riwa, where are you?
Miss Amira,
Yeah.
Yes, ya
number
Rama.
5. We stopped at number 5, not
You
6.
stopped. Okay, so we stopped yesterday, but I guess. Yalla, 1 minute, please, and show. Time. So let me answer this question in reference to paragraph 4. Rewa, yalla, can you please answer this question?
Yeah. In reference to paragraph 4, explain how social networking conveys false feelings.
Okay, so do you think that social networking is really good and it can help to convey or show true feelings?
No.
No. Can you explain, please? According to paragraph 4, how does social networking convey false feelings? Sabaya, I'm waiting for your answers in the chat box.
Okay, do I reread paragraph 4 or do I just
Reread it
explain?
silently, Riwa. Reread it silently on your own and give me an answer. So, in reference to paragraph 4, how does social networking convey false feelings? Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Yes, Rewa?
Okay, yeah. In paragraph 4, the student describes the specific instance, I think, where social media impacted her or his relationship with her friend.
So she wanted actually to apologize to
Her friend, yeah.
yes, the writer wanted to apologize to his or to her friend, but it ended up by sending him or her a text message. Okay, do you think that this text message can really convey the true feelings of the writer?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's lack of sincerity in the message because the apology was texted. The student couldn't hear her friend's voice or see her face, making
Bravo.
it impossible to know if she's truly
So
sorry.
excellent. So the tone and the facial expressions are very important while we are communicating with others, right?
Yeah.
Why? Why are the tone and the
There's
facial
no
expressions important?
There's no emotional connection. She couldn't see whether her friend was actually sorry from her features.
Bravo.
She
So
only
yeah.
read the text.
Yeah, as you said, this communication lacks sincerity. There's no sincerity. She doesn't know if her friend really means, or she's really sorry and she really means what she said. That's why online communication is not very good because social networking does not convey true feeling. It actually conveys false feelings. Do you agree, Yariwa?
Yeah, of
Okay, thank you.
course.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me move to someone else. Lynn Kilene.
Yes,
Bravo, ya
teacher.
Ibtisam Kiwan. I can see what you are writing in the chat box. So, bravo, ya Dala. Can you please read the answer of question number 4? Very quick. Sorry,
Yes.
question number 5. Very quickly.
Five.
Social
network conveys false feelings since when someone expresses love or even his regression, it is very hard to know how honest he is.
Okay, can you explain, please, what you have just read?
Yes. They mean that when the social media didn't we can express our emotions right. They may understand us wrong.
Okay, bravo. They might misunderstand us and we might not be able to express ourselves correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Sabaya, have you finalized writing the answer of question number 5? Can I move on? 9A.
Yes.
Okay, يلا هلا let's move to question number 6 ونحن we haven't solved this question in both classes. Refer to paragraph 12 and then explain how friends compete with each other. Sabaya, please refer to paragraph 12 in your reading books and I want an answer to this question. How do friends compete with each other? Do they compete with each other depending on how proficient they are, how hard workers they are, for example, how good at school they are? So how do friends compete with each other? Maria, can you unmute your mic, please? Okay, Ala, I will read your answer. Just give me 1 minute. Maria, can you unmute your mic? Yes, Maria? Okay. Jana Dukmak. Jana? Jana? Okay, she's not responding. طيب, Ala, you sent an answer in the chat box. Can you please read your answer?
Yes. So friends compete with each other because of social media comparisons. Because they keep wondering who has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers. So that competition comes from trying to be more
Bravo.
popular.
Yes, they compete with each other depending on how many Facebook followers or Twitter friends they have. Ibtisam said how much friends and followers, how many friends and followers they have. Liwa said friends compete by comparing themselves to one another. Specifically, they wonder and compare who has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers to feel popular or important. Very good, Udala. Friends compare themselves by looking at who has more followers or friends on social media. Bravo, Sabaya. That's what I really wanted you to say. Excellent. This is the correct answer. So friends compete with each other by showing who has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers. They do not compete with each other by who's more proficient, who's a hard worker, who's more excellent, maybe who's more ambitious than the other. Actually, they compete with each other by showing who has more Facebook friends or Twitter followers, and this is really bad. Yeah. finalize and let me move to the last question, Sabaya, before time is over. You're done? Can I move on?
No, wait.
Yeah, very quickly, please. And now we have the last question before I finish this meeting. I still have 1 minute, 35 seconds. Yalla Sabaya. Time. Now, what is, according to paragraph 13, the base of building a human? So, what is the base of building a human? We as humans, we as people. What is the base of building us as people? Okay, I want.
Can I?
Okay, تفضلي يا نغم. What is the base of building us as people?
Okay. The basis of building a human, according to paragraph 3, is communication and interaction with people in real life. This helps people build up their personality, emotions, and skills better.
Excellent, bravo ya Nagam. Your answer is completely perfect. Dala said, according to paragraph 13, the base of building a human is relationships. Bravo. Having relationships is very important, and having relationships is the base of building human beings, as they are considered the foundation of human development and are essential for personal growth. If we do not have relationships, we won't have personal growth, and we won't have a human development. So having relationships is very important because it can help us build ourselves, it can help us develop ourselves, and it can help us grow more. Okay? Yeah. Let us move. And here we are. Based on your prior knowledge and some of the information provided in the text, think about